Now, I have come to the crossroads in my life. I always knew what the right path was. Without exception, I knew, but I never took it. You know why? It was too damn hard.
Hello, my friend! Welcome back. Today we study how to listen and identify the main topic, the main message of this listening. And the best strategy to remember the main message is to take notes. We're going to study today how to listen, understand, and take notes to remember the main message, to remember the goal of that speech. Normally, the main message is on the title and first lines. We've already studied that. But sometimes the person introduces one list of things or one list of goals or one list of dreams in the middle of the speech. And when you have these lists, you must take notes about them. Let's start with this book here. We haven't stretched yet. We haven't taken our breaths. Let's do this first. My cell phone is not here today, so 0 interruptions. Let's stretch. First, let's release our body. If you can, stand up. Stand up. Move your body. Move your legs. Touch your knees. Yes. This is your moment. This is your time. You don't need to feel hurry. You don't need to run. No. This is your time. I am here 100% dedicated to you, my friend. If you can, please isolate distractions. Close the window, close the door, flight mode on your cell phone. This is your moment to improve your skills, to think, to reflect, to meditate, to breathe. Let's stretch. Do this, please. Let's count to 10, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Release your arms, your shoulders. Now you are going to open your chest and you are going to put your arms back. Let's count to 10. You count for us, please. Look up, open your chest, and let's go. 1, you count. All right. Let's relax our body. Now let's breathe. We're going to do this. Breathe in and breathe out. Once more. Right. Move your neck. Okay. Now, please, if you can, grab pen and paper, because during this class, I'll ask you to take notes. We're going to practice this ability to listen to something, filter the most important things, and take notes about them. Right? Let's start with a part of this book here. Very nice book about leadership. The law of process. Leadership develops daily, not in one day. The secret of our success is found in our daily agenda. What can you see when you look at a person's daily agenda? Priorities, passion, abilities, relationships, attitude, personal disciplines, vision, and influence. See what a person is doing every day, day after day, and you will know who that person is and what he or she is becoming. He is writing here about the law of process. It's one of the laws of leadership. Leadership develops daily, not in a day. From everything I read to you, what is the main message? When we are reading a text from the beginning, it's easier because we have the title and we have the first lines, the first paragraph. Sometimes we're listening to something and we need to identify what they are talking about. And this is a nice exercise because we're practicing our ability to understand what's going on. And you will see the context, you will see body language, you will see intonation. If it's a video, you are going to analyze the scenario. If it's an audio message, you are going to check the intonation. Okay? I want to show you part of a movie that was very nice. 3, 2, 1.
Stand down, Mr. Slade.
I'm not finished. As I came in here, I heard those words, cradle of leadership. Well, when the bow breaks, the cradle will fall, and it has fallen here. It has fallen. Makers of men, creators of leaders, be careful what kind of leaders you're producing here. I don't know if Charlie's silence here today is right or wrong. I'm not a judge or jury, but I can tell you this. He won't sell anybody out to buy his future. And that, my friends, is called integrity. That's called courage. Now that's the stuff leaders should be made of. Now, I have come to the crossroads in my life. I always knew what the right path was. Without exception, I knew, but I never took it. You know why? It was too damn hard. Now here's Charlie. He's come to the crossroads. He has chosen a path. It's the right path. It's a path made of principle that leads to character. Let him continue on his journey. You hold this boy's future in your hands, committee. It's a valuable future. Believe me, don't destroy it, protect it. Embrace it. It's gonna make you proud one day, I promise you.
Yes. What was Al Pacino's message? What was he trying to say while he was speaking and showing his opinions? Three, two, one. Hello, my friend. How do we take notes while we're listening to something? Let's first understand that we're gonna take notes of the main idea, of the main information. Sometimes you take many notes. All right, great. You're watching a lecture of 30 minutes. You're watching this class. Maybe you have 3, 4, 5 pages of notes. Fantastic, great. But other times you are listening to 30 seconds and you need to get the main idea. In texts, the main idea comes in the titles and first paragraph. In audios, we need to analyze each case. Let's see one image here. Check this image. When you see this image, you understand that this is during the day, that this is not in the middle of a city, that it's sunny, that you are seeing nature. It's easy to capture this. Sometimes you were listening to the radio and you need to identify what the person is talking about. Watch this video I selected to you. Try to take the main idea of this speech. 3, 2.
Nebraska. Leonardo DiCaprio, The Wolf of Wall Street. Chiwetel Ejiofor, 12 Years a Slave. Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club.
Yes, I love this guy. He's very positive. What was his main message in his speech? Remember to take notes while you watch something, while you listen to something. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's keep seeing how we take notes properly. Keep one thing in mind. We don't have enough time to write everything down. I am listening and I'm writing as a machine. This is not sustainable. This is impossible to do. What we need to do is take the main idea, capture the keywords, okay? So let me write here, how to take notes. And when I talk about taking notes, is writing, handwriting, not typewriting, okay? I want to show you a video. Are you prepared? Watch this video, please.
These 5 actors have rewarded moviegoers with fully dimensional characters.
All right. I paused the video with this image. You've already seen the context. I don't need to tell you that this is a celebration about movies. This is the Oscars celebration. Okay, what is this woman talking about? Let's watch. All right. Could you see the movement of the camera? She was talking about the astronaut. The camera was showing her and the astronaut. When she talked about the guy who was in this Iceland, the movie was focusing on him. Then you have her talk about Steve Jobs, and you see the image of the camera. Let's finish watching this video.
Matt Damon, The Martian. Leonardo DiCaprio, The Revenant. Michael Fassbender, Steve Jobs. Eddie Redmayne, The Danish Girl.
Okay. All right. Let me just leave my phone on flight mode. Now, I ask you, who won the Oscar? My second question, what was the main message he wanted to leave? He starts thanking the people, the academy, the movie industry, and then he leaves his main message. Watch again. What was his main message? I'll give you 3 options, 3 alternatives, and you tell me the right answer. Number 1, his main message was about global warming. Number 2, his main message was about violence against kids. 3, his main message was about education. What was the main message he wanted to leave? Number 1, global warming. Number 2, violence against the kids. Number 3, education. Comment the correct answer here. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend! We're talking about taking notes. And I also would like to invite you to pay attention to your friends, to your family members. When they talk to you, Pay attention to their feelings, to the tone of their voice, to their body language. The context gives us a lot of information. Come here. Sometimes we're talking to someone and this person is saying something but showing something else. You know? The person is saying something but is showing something else. Oh my goodness, have a look. Oh my God. I wanted to show you this. You know, I was telling you about the importance of giving the example. I was going to invite you to come here, but if you come, we will be both inside the song. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. I love to see you here. Thank you for your dedication. I feel grateful, and I know you feel happier right now because you're progressing. And I always tell you that progress means happiness. Before we end this class, let's go back to the farm for a little while. And please, I would like you to see the main message of the video that you're going to watch now. 3, 2, 1. The law of addition. Leaders add value by serving others. Hello, my friend. What was the main message of this video? The law of addition. How can you add value to someone's life? Serving other people gives us, I think it gives us more joy than being served. There is a video from Steve Jobs, the guy who invented a technology company called Apple. And he gave this speech at Stanford at the graduation of a class. Watch this part of his speech. 3, 2, 1.
Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a scan at 7:30 in the morning, and it clearly showed a tumor on my pancreas. I didn't even know what a pancreas was. The doctors told me this was almost certainly a type of cancer that is incurable, and that I should expect to live no longer than 3 to 6 months. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. It means to try and tell your kids everything. You thought you'd have the next 10 years to tell them in just a few months. It means to make sure everything is buttoned up so that it will be as easy as possible for your family. It means to say your goodbyes. I lived with that diagnosis all day. Later that evening, I had a biopsy where they stuck an endoscope down my throat, through my stomach and into my intestines, put a needle into my pancreas and got a few cells from the tumor. I was sedated, but my wife, who was there, told me that when they viewed the cells under a microscope, the doctor started crying because it turned out to be a very rare form of pancreatic cancer that is curable with surgery. I had the surgery, and thankfully, I'm fine now. This was the closest I've been to facing death, and I hope it's the closest I get for a few more decades. Having lived through it, I can now say this to you with a bit more certainty than when death was a useful but purely intellectual concept. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
You see? What's the message Steve is giving to these students? Comment your answers here. Write your notes from this class here. The more you participate, the more opportunities you have. Thank you very much. I am Felipe Dib. See you next class.